I'm here with Derby Telegraph chief football writer Steve Nicholson, who's going to talk about Derby County's 1-0 victory over Queen's Park Rangers here tonight. Steve, that's a big result for the Rams.
Yeah, it is a big result. I mean, it's important that it's their first win against one of the teams in the top six, which really is a big moment for them. You know, it's important in the Championship to be able to win big games. And this tonight was a big game that'll do the confidence the world of good to get the 3 points. And also, of course, you know, the position in the table after those 3 points is marvellous. I mean, you know, 1 point off second place, you know, 1 point behind Queen's Park Rangers, 1 point behind Burnley. So at the moment, although a lot of people are playing it down, and understandably so, because, you know, nothing's ever won in February, but at the moment, as the table stands, they are genuine promotion contenders.
And just on the game itself, they had a fair bit of defending to do, but they saw it out in the end.
Yeah, they did, and that's the other side of the game, which is very important in the Championship. Remember when Derby last went up in 2006-07 under Billy Davies? They won an awful lot of games 1-0, and you need to be able to do that in this division. So when they took the lead in the first half, in the second half, Queen's Park Rangers started to get more and more on top, but Derby dug in. Richard Keogh, Jake Buxton were absolutely terrific at the heart of the defence. John Eustace in front of them as well. Word for Craig Forsyth at left back, I thought, as well, because QPR brought on Junior Hoylett at half time to give them width on the right, and I thought Craig stuck to his task there. It wasn't an easy one, but he stuck to it, and that played a big part in the clean sheet. And the big plus was a clean sheet. After conceding 5 goals in 2 games against Yeovil and Birmingham, you know, that was a bit sloppy by Derby, you know, and they needed to get rid of that, get that out of their system, and a clean sheet tonight did just that.
You mentioned John Eustace, who was the perhaps unlikely match winner.
Yeah, with a header as well. No wonder he looked delighted. Yeah, John, I thought, again, I've spoken a lot about John, and I've written a lot about John in the Derby Telegraph. I think his position just in front of the back four is absolutely crucial in this division. And tonight he was a shield in there, and then of course he popped up at that end, and a looping header, you know, after Robert Green had made a bit of a weak punch, to be fair, on a Will Hughes corner. John got a looping header in, it dropped into the net. QPR wanted a foul, and it may well have been a foul. I think Chris Martin was in there kind of making his presence felt. But yeah, for John to get the goal was great for him. I think it's his first goal in 2 years, and it's his first goal of his second stint at Derby. He did score when he was on loan back in 2009 under Nigel Clough. But a great moment for John Eustace, and I'd say a big win for Derby.